So now we are looking at Daystroke, the company itself, the focus of the Preseen. Daystroke was established in 1958 as a transport company to move building materials for the construction of a large steelworks that was being built in its hometown. The company grew rapidly, expanding its client base and buying additional vehicles and employing more drivers. By 1974, it was transporting loads from road across the whole of Roundland. Daystroke was quoted on Roundland Stock Exchange in 1978, 4 years after it started transporting heavy-duty loads all around Roundland. The company now employs 22,000 people and 7,000 drivers. That's a whole lot of human resource. Daystroke is now one of the largest 3PL logistics provider in Roundland. It provides intermodal logistic management services to many large organizations. So we are dealing with large organizations here that will be moving heavy-duty goods. Let's look at the example of all of those large organizations. They provide intermodal logistic management services. So let's look at the example of those services. They provide inventory management services. So Daystroke provides IT services, IT-based services to manage customers' inventory and enhance efficient transport. So planning and optimization of uplifts and dispatches. So remember, we talked about one of the very important critical success factors for any logistics service company. Then you also have data capture and analysis, optimization, once again, of vehicle utilization to make sure that all vehicles are used efficiently, optimize the usage of those vehicles. They don't just sit down. The return that we are getting per vehicle, is it more than the cost of the vehicle over a certain period of time? So all of these things are the things that will form the key performance indicators for the inventory management part of their business. Modeling and decision-making with respect to inventory holding. Clients provide Daystroke with access to relevant data held on their ERP systems. So they give us access. There's trust. Daystroke uses a warehouse management system to track inventory levels and the movement of goods. So one thing that I see here is that we need to be careful of cyber attack. Cyber security becomes a key risk that must be considered for Daystroke here. If we have access to the company's ERP systems, then we must ensure that we retain that trust and we do not create a loophole through which cyber attacks, the company will be exposed to cyber attack. So we do not create that loophole for them. Daystroke can manage elements of a client's supply chain. Clients may issue instructions relating to the movement of goods, or they may ask Daystroke to monitor and manage inventory at different locations. So inventory management for Daystroke, it's like second nature. You give us all access to your system. We can manage elements of your supply chain. Give it to us. Go and rest. Just keep your mind at peace, and Daystroke will sort it out. The inventory from one location to another, you want to store in different places. We have systems. Daystroke has systems that can track all of these things. We have the WMS to plan and optimize different dispatches. We can capture the data efficiently. We optimize vehicle utilization. We can model decision-making with respect to different inventories that you have. So it's easy for Daystroke. Daystroke, for example, supermarket clients may pay Daystroke to replenish shops using goods that is held under our management. And at Daystroke discretion, provided the shops do not run out of products and have space for incoming delivery. So you can even leave your replenishment unit or replenishment services to Daystroke, and you can go and sleep, because we will always ensure that you do not run out of products. So you also watch out. This might be an issue in the exam. For example, a customer complains that they suddenly ran out of products due to day-stroke inefficiency in one place or the other, or maybe day-stroke delayed or was unable to meet up with some timely deadlines. So these are issues that can come up during the exam. So everything is about time, and once we delay or we miss one deadline or one target, then it begins to affect the reputation of Daystroke. It begins to affect the trust that we've built over time with our clients. Let's look at shared user storage and handling. We also provide these services. Daystroke has 35 warehouses spread across Roundland. These are used to store and dispatch goods. Clients are charged on the basis of storage space occupied and the length of occupancy, with additional charges for inventory handling. So this is how we make money on this shared user storage and handling. Inventory handling includes checking incoming goods, putting them into storage, collecting them, and processing them for dispatch. The warehouses have areas set aside for the storage and handling of different types of goods, including temperature, you remember, and humidity-controlled areas for storing food, and secure areas for storing high-valued items. So remember, we looked at it under the shared user storage, whereby different clients can store goods with us. We just need to create separate space and environment with the appropriate temperature and humidity for those products, depending on the kinds of products that they are storing with us. So we provide these services. It's something that we can do. There's also the outsourced warehouse management. Daystroke operates 90 warehouses belonging to clients, providing both labor and all aspects of inventory handling. So we can also outsource warehouse management. We can provide you with both labor and every other aspect of the inventory services that you need, the trucks, inventory handling that you need, the trucks, the drivers, all the other aspects that are involved in proper handling of those inventory. Then we also provide shared usage transport. So Daystroke owns 4,500 articulated trucks and 6,500 trailers. So all are available for shared usage. That enables goods to be carried as part loads, which reduces transportation costs. So it also makes it possible for truck to backhaul loads on the return journey, again offsetting running costs. So all of these things are at our disposal. We can use them efficiently to reduce costs, to offset client costs, using how we manage the journey or the voyage of this our tractors and our trailers. So you can take a tractor to one place, offload the trailer, or disconnect the trailer, and then connect it to another trailer in order to move one goods to another location. So it's like a shared usage transport. It is not one particular, you are not transporting, that voyage is not for one particular client. You can include 2 or 3 clients on one single voyage using articulated trucks. You just connect and disconnect those trailers so that you can save money and save time. Shared usage reduces the number of vehicles on the road, making this a more sustainable means of operation, yes. So it's still one single articulated truck. A company's trailer fleet includes 800 tankers that can carry liquids of powder. 600 of those are available for the carriage of fuel and chemicals. The remainder are for carriage of food, including milk and vegetable oil. So the company has a further 1,000 smaller vehicles, including rigid trucks and vans, to offer a flexible and efficient means of efficient service. So once again, you can see flexibility, efficient service, those are the critical success factors for a company like Daystroke or anybody operating in the logistics service industry.